What kinds of trends do you see are different? This is going to show in LA and Miami. Do you see any broad differences in the two markets in terms of what's coming for fall?
In LA and Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not really fall. It's not really fall clothing cities. I think Miami is. I don't know. I mean, Miami is more like they look more to resort. I think, for like or pre-collections. I think that's what they buy. They don't really buy it from the fall.
Mm-hmm.
From what I see in stores when I go there. But trends for. I mean, I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Do you
like,
see that even though LA is a warm weather climate, people still buy?
Yes, definitely. Like
winter-like
I think
fashions?
even if LA is not of like cold, doesn't really have real cold weather. Even for those 2 weeks, people go out and buy fall coats. And when it gets a little cold, you see everybody whipping out their coats, and they're so happy they can wear it for those 2 weeks of the year.
Exactly. Great. Who are a couple of your personal favorite fashion icons? Either designers, models, anything?
Fashion. Okay. Fashion icons I have, I would say, Azedine Alaya, Kate Moss, Keith Richards. I'm going to name them all, then I'll redo it. I'll redo them. How many do you need?
Oh, just even one. I mean, just
Oh.
yeah.
Like fashion icons that I have, Azedine Alaya, Kate Moss, Keith Richards, Alexander McQueen.
Of course, fabulous. As a stylist, are you concerned at all about brands that are involved with conservation, green brands, conservation brands, processes?
I mean, it's not really as a stylist. It's more as my views on the world. I do prefer brands that are conscious of the environment, conscious of the working conditions of their workers and everything. And maybe you can only hope that they're doing the right thing. I mean, of course, if you're a negative report, I would probably won't recommend those. But I mean, I don't know what H&M's doing.
As a stylist, what do you feel your impact as a profession is on the fashion world? I mean, who was wearing 2 jackets before today?
I don't know that people would really would double up on blazers from now on. But I don't know. It's too hard.
Too hard. Okay. I only have 1 or 2 more.
Okay.
What does your crystal ball tell you about where fashion's going next?
Sweatpants. I'm kidding. Where's fashion going next? Let me see. What's coming up? It's gonna be all spring stuff. It's gonna be fun this spring. I don't know.
I know.
Oh my God, I haven't even thought about it.
Do you think there'll be a bigger differentiation in the genders, or are we going more unisex, or I don't know, do you have any thoughts on any of that?
For gender stuff? I mean, I mean, yes and no. It's just so hard because it depends on which brand we're talking about. Like, there's kind of something out there for everyone. Like, it's like a brand like Lanvin is always going to be very feminine. A brand like Jill Sander is always going to be very unisex. Like, it's just what they do. I don't know. As like a general thing, like trend-wise, I don't know if it's really gonna.
What about inspirations from the past? We've seen a lot of vintage 60s, 70s, now 80s, 90s. Do you think we're going to continue to tap backwards or look more forward with fashion as we move forward?
Well, yeah, there was like they really milked the 60s. I think that's over. Hopefully, I would love to have a really good like 90s like comeback, like late 90s.
I think you're going to get it.
I think it's coming. Like all the Yoji, like it'd be really cool.
Exactly. last two. What's the biggest fashion risk that you ever took, and did it pay off? Either
Me?
personally or in a shoot.
Personally, I decided that I could wear a Jean-Paul Gaultier skirt in the streets of Paris going to lunch. It did not pay off, but I really love wearing it at the moment. That's probably not the best choice. And then on a shoot, it was a men's skirt. I'm gonna say it was just, the Gaultier.
So could you say probably the biggest fashion risk I took
Okay,
on
probably,
set
yeah.
was,
That wasn't on set. That was,
or whatever.
yeah. Probably the biggest fashion risk I took personally was try to recreate the Gaultier look and decided that it was cool to buy a skirt when I was 21 years old and try to make a statement. And I remember just going to lunch to meet some friends and at people's faces when I showed up. And looking back, maybe it didn't look that great. But I loved it at the moment.
I love it. And last thing, tell us what you love about what you do.
What I love about what I do?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
About your job, your career.
yeah. I mean, well, there's so many reasons I love my job. I get, I always had, I was always drawn to design and fashion and clothing and style, I guess. And just, doing my job, I get to, look at it, see what's out there, interpret it in my own way, and kind of put my own touch on it. And I get to go from editorial shoots, which are, kind of seeing what's coming, to actually translating it to dressing someone in person on a carpet for something, and just kind of taking what's out there in the fashion world and putting it on a person and making it the best it can be, because not everything that's out there on a model can look on everyone. So there's the rewarding effect of being like, oh, it looks amazing on this person, no one's better than the model. And that's always a great feeling.
Awesome. Great job.
Is that good?
Great job.
Gosh.